We had prepared for it. We had the rain gear, some cold weather gear, just in case. You just never know when you're on a motorcycle because you're exposed to the elements. So we had everything packed up, planned. We were left on Friday evening after work, and our goal was to be in Maryland to meet up with my dad and my rest of my family on Tuesday afternoon. Got into Maryland Tuesday afternoon. Everybody was glad to see everybody was there, so it was kind of nice. We got off the bike for a while, so we weren't going to leave until Friday morning. So Friday morning started out as a hot and muggy day. It was 70 when we got up, and humidity was, I believe, was like 100% or more. At that point, when we were just getting ready to leave Mount Airy, I had considered taking my jacket off because I was just so hot, but opted to keep it on. So as we were making the exit, brake lights come on, which is normal, because there was, as I could see, because as we were curved around like that, I could see in front of the first vehicle there was no traffic there for them to be stopped or backed up or anything like that. So I anticipated the brake lights to come on to slow down, and I had just scanned over my instruments. Everything looked good on the car, as far as my speed and everything. And then I looked up and I noticed my dad and the first car had come to a complete stop, and that kind of set in motion. I was like, okay, what's my course of action here? I could either try to get around them or try to stop. I tried a little bit of both, and neither one of them worked. I ended up colliding into the back end of my dad's SUV, or I should say we did, which threw me to the left and my wife to the right. Once we got to the emergency room, the doctors were just amazed on how well the equipment had really protected us. First, everybody probably recognizes these boots. They're my old combat boots, but I tell you what, they were really good. They're over ankle, which is the main thing, leather. And you can see I did hit the pavement with here, so there was some scraping there, but no other damage to my feet or anything like that. So the main thing you want to look for a boot is leather over the ankle part. So both my wife and I had similar boots. I'm the one that had combats, but she had some Red Wings, and they did the same thing for her, protected her. This is my helmet. As you can see, I've got some scrapes here. Most of mine occurred on this side here, which explains why the bruising was on my left leg area here. When I was riding, my face shield was up. However, I was wearing some of the sunglasses I had for Iraq that are ballistic proof. I like riding with those. Because it was so hot, I had my shield open here to allow some airflow in there. These are the jackets here. Now these are first gear jackets. We had just bought this jacket for my wife. The EMTs did cut it off because they didn't want to move her. They had to secure it down. These are mesh, and they do have the armor in them as well. In the elbows, shoulder area. They're back here, and they do allow airflow, so they are, good for that. Once you're moving, you can get some airflow through them. They do have reflective stuff in there. I went with the high vis yellow because I want some more visibility. Well, I think the Guard has always promoted safety no matter what you're doing. So as you're riding on motorcycles, to help promote, they want you to ride, be visible, wear the equipment. Because you're an important asset to the military and to this country, and it's in order for us to be available to do what we do in the military, you got to have the equipment to protect yourself and